Good evening and welcome into tonight's broadcast of Spencer Tiger Boys Soccer on SMU Channel 3, the Spencer Channel. The Tigers tonight hosting the Sioux City East Black Raiders. The Black Raiders coming into tonight's contest with a record of 4-7. The Spencer Tigers, the number 8 ranked team in Class 2A, moving up a couple of spots this week, and the Tigers are now 9-2 on the season. And Spencer here tonight, looking to pick up a victory at home against a Sioux City East team that has struggled a bit this season with that 4-7 record, has played some very good teams close. And here tonight we'll be trying to pick up a big road victory over the Spencer Tigers. The Tigers played Sioux City East earlier this season in a tournament at Sioux City, and the Tigers were on the losing end of that one, 3-2. And that was the second game back-to-back matches for the Tigers in that tournament that day. So you have to give the Tigers a little bit of a break there in that matchup, knowing that they were playing a second of a back-to-back. So we are underway here from the Spencer Soccer Complex, and the Sioux City East Black Raiders starting aggressively, and a push is the call, a foul against the Black Raiders, and the Spencer Tigers will have a free kick to start things off early in this match. It will be Derek Huss to place down the ball for Spencer, and Derek in the middle of the back line for the Tigers next to Ashton Musser, who's on the ball now. He will pick out Owen Olson and now Isaac Peterson. Isaac Peterson at left back, Case Cothran at right back for the Tigers. In midfield, Owen King, Owen Olson, Ian McCrae, and Ian Youngdahl. Also Braden Hyder. And leading the line up front for the Tigers is Kenny Rash. Here's Owen Olson to Ian McCrae. Ian trying to play the early through ball for Ian Youngdahl to chase after, and Ian making an incisive run through the middle. Runs into the goalkeeper just as he is able to collect it. Ivan Areola will place down the ball, tries to find some connection in midfield, but the Tigers able to break that up. Now a one-touch pass by Sioux City East trying the outside run. You can see the captain's armband on Rodrigo Ochoa on the left side for Sioux City East. Now here's David Ochoa on the ball for the Black Raiders. Trying to play the ball through the middle this time. The Tigers ready for it. And now Owen Olson chasing after this. Cut off completely by big number 13, Manny Moreno Gomez. You can see Manny Moreno Gomez about a head taller than everyone around him. He is certainly a commanding presence in the middle of that defense for the Black Raiders. And here's the first shot of the match, and it is right on target. Well struck that time by Jacob Schroeder, but right at Eli Hookfin. So the Knights registering the first shot on target in the match. But now Spencer away with the quick counterattack. Kenny Rash into the box on a low cross, and it's blocked and put out for a Spencer Tiger corner kick. Getting a foot on that was Christian Mendoza. And now the Tigers have the first corner of the match. Owen Olson will walk to the corner flag to take this corner kick, and the left-footed Owen Olson will send this in with an in-swinging ball, although the wind, as you can see, should push this away from goal, as it does hang in the air just a little bit. Kenny Rash gets up high above the defender, David Ochoa, does head the ball down, but it's harmlessly into the gloves of Ivan Areola. Areola with the service, looking for Ochoa on the wing. Spencer able to clear the ball for a throw-in for Sioux City East. Ian McCrae breaks up the play in midfield. Isaac Peterson to Owen Olson. Now Ian McCrae again. Wide to Ian Youngdahl. Ian, you can see, purposely keeping some width for the Spencer Tigers, as he is very close to that far touchline. Now East on the ball. Ian McCrae almost winning it back. And now Owen Olson does win the header. Ian McCrae will end up with it. Ian trying to get around Manny Moreno Gomez. And the Tigers will have the throw again. Case Cothran for Spencer to take the throw. East winning the ball and playing an early ball over the top for number 19 to chase after for Sioux City East. Christian Buenrostro. Now Spencer the other way quickly, and Owen King runs into a dead end on the left-hand side, has it taken away by Javier Ruiz. Ashton Musser collides with Buenrostro. East helps the ball on. Played to the edge of the box. Ashton Musser gets a touch. Now Ochoa again across to Buenrostro. Falls for him. Lays it off to Schroeder. Jacob Schroeder with a 360 turn and now lays it off on the left-hand side. And Sioux City East, a little bit too much to do that time for the Black Raiders. Couldn't keep the ball in play. 5 minutes gone, scoreless between Spencer and Sioux City East. Eli Hookfin places the ball down for a Tiger goal kick. Sioux City East starting lineup tonight, Ivan Areola in goal. And the outfield players for the Black Raiders, Christian Buenrostro, Javier Ruiz, Christian Mendoza, Miguel Aguilar, Jose Mendoza, Jacob Schroeder, David Ochoa, Rodrigo Ochoa, Manny Moreno Gomez, and Antonio Arrojo. Miguel Aguilar towards Buenrostro. Isaac Peterson trying to help defend. Eli Hookfin with the quick distribution. Case Cothran trying to help this on towards Ian Youngdahl, but it's intercepted. Played down the line by East, and the Black Raiders couldn't keep it in play. Case Cothran's throw looking for Ian McCrae. Ochoa almost taken away by Owen King. Just held off by Javier Ruiz, and now he gets it to Buenrostro. Braden Hyder into the passing lane. Not on the same wavelength with Kenny Rash as Kenny was coming back towards the ball. Braden Hyder played it in front of Kenny. Owen Olsen for Owen King. Owen King trying to cross the ball with his left foot, and it deflects off of the Sioux City East player, and it will be a Spencer Tiger corner, the second of the match. Tigers still looking for their first shot on target. Goalkeeper Ivan Areola will set up his defense here for the Tiger corner kick, which should be pushed away from the goal here on the left-footed delivery. Low-driven ball by Owen to cut through the wind. It's not cleared completely by Sioux City East. Now the Black Raiders get a half clearance. Jacob Schroeder all the way back to help defend from his forward position. Long diagonal ball played will roll all the way out into touch as the wind helping out the Spencer Tigers that time. That ball is on the exact path the wind is blowing, and the ball was really pushed out of bounds that time. Ian Youngdahl with the battle on the touchline, takes it away and then wins the throw-in. Case Cothran sneaks the pass through and finds Owen Olsen. Owen looking for Owen King, who is onside. Owen King on the ball, takes the shot, bounces through and scores. Believe the goalkeeper got a piece of it, but it will not matter as Owen King finds the back of the net for the Spencer Tigers. 7:57 into the match. Spencer takes the lead, 1-0. Owen King with the goal for the Tigers. The pass coming from midfield by Owen Olsen, I believe, on the assist. And the Tigers strike first on Spencer's first shot of the match. Have not seen that many through-the-middle breaks on goal for Owen King like that. Usually Owen's been playing on the left side of the Tiger attack. And once he was away there, he felt pretty good about his chances one-on-one with the goalkeeper. We saw a lot of situations like that for Owen 2 years ago for Spencer Tiger soccer, and Here tonight, he strikes first. Owen King on the ball again, plays it for Kenny Rash, and Kenny now in a foot race. The ball just taking him away from goal. And the flag is up against Kenny, who was about a step too soon. For a second there, if Kenny Rash was onside and that ball was more to Kenny's side of the defender, that would have been a very dangerous moment for Sioux City East back-to-back. As Derek Huss is leaving the match for a moment. I don't see anything wrong with Derek. I didn't see any kind of a collision. But Derek is going to run over to the trainer and get something checked out. So Davis Hogue comes into the match. Braden Hyder will slide into the back line next to Ashton Musser as this ball's played all the way in and through the legs of Eli Hookfin and into the back of the net. Something out of nothing there for the Sioux City East Black Raiders on the free kick. The Black Raiders get a goal back. 9:18 into the match. So the Tigers stunned a little bit as the Black Raiders even things up on the score sheet. And we're now tied 1-1. 30-35 left to play in the first half. Spencer on the ball with Ian McCrae. Plays it for Ian Youngdahl to chase after. Ian gets around the defender. Still Ian into the box. Owen Olsen arriving on the end of the shot. And Owen couldn't keep the ball down. Derek Huss already returning to the game. Davis Hogue back to the touchline. By the way, Manny Moreno Gomez, the goal scorer for Sioux City East, as he had placed down that free kick after the Spencer Tiger offside and was able to score the goal for Sioux City East as we are now level 1-1. Although a lot of promising signs on this end of the pitch for the Tigers. Here's Braden Hyder. Ian Youngdahl. Ian trying to take on the defender on the outside. Some good strength from Youngdahl. Can he keep this in play? He does. Crosses in low. And Sioux City East only able to clear that over the end line for a Tiger corner. Right now, Christian Mendoza has his hands full as the left back for Sioux City East, trying to deal with the Tiger attack, the right-hand side of the Tiger attack. Spencer assistant coach Andy Eisenbacher with a lot of instructions coming in from the touchline. Here's the corner kick that is a mile high in the air, headed away by Sioux City East. Isaac Peterson tries to put it back into the box. Half clearance by the Black Raiders again. And finally, Sioux City East able to get the ball away from the box and headed the other way. Case Cothran trying to clear. East is there, will have the shot, and Eli Hookfin will get back in time, as the Black Raiders could not get the power required to score a second, but another dangerous moment for the Tiger back line. Ian McCrae for Owen King. Owen has it taken off of his foot with a strong challenge by Javier Ruiz, who has done that a couple of times already in this first half. Made some important challenges that almost certainly would have resulted in at least a chance for Spencer. You look at Ruiz right now, he's pretty well put together next to Manny Moreno Gomez. Those are two big center halves for Sioux City East and a physical presence in the back line for the Black Raiders. I guess that begs the question, do they have enough pace to keep up with the front line of Spencer with Kenny Rash and Owen Olsen and company? Here's East the other way. Black Raiders with good numbers in this attack. Cross the ball nicely. Chested down, the shot, and a beautiful save by Eli Hookfin as Eli comes up with a huge stop. Sioux City East, Josue Mendoza with the shot, and Eli Hookfin made himself very big, getting down and making that save. That looked almost a certain Shot on target for Sioux City East as Mendoza was able to chest it down, direct it towards goal. He is the assist leader for this team with 6 assists, 5 goals on the season. Christian Buenrostro, the goal leader, with 6 goals. But Eli Hookfin coming up with the big save here. 14 minutes into the match, and we're still level 1-1. Owen Olsen looking for Ian McRae. Now here's David Ochoa towards Buenrostro. Ruiz steps up, plays the ball back to Buenrostro. And Isaac Peterson is going to be whistled for a foul. And this will set up Sioux City East nicely with a free kick positioning. And everyone leaving the ball, it looks like, for Josue Mendoza. Mendoza is the assist leader, as I just mentioned. And we will see what kind of service he delivers here for his teammates in the box. Here's the delivery. Good ball sent in, headed away by Ashton Musser, and right to Owen Olsen. Now Kenny Rash, who has all kinds of space around him. Kenny's first touch gets away from him just a little bit, and there was Javier Ruiz again to put out the leg and get the touch, but now Spencer back on the ball and the flag up again against the Tigers. Free kick for Sioux City East with 25:20 left to play in the first half. 1-1 our score. Long ball played to the other end. Derek Huss with the one touch around the defender, but couldn't keep the ball in play. The long throw in by East. Off the foot of Jacob Schroeder, and it goes out of bounds. Spencer Tigers 9-2 on the season, the number 8 ranked team in Class 2A. Sioux City East 4-7 on the year. Sioux City East beating Spencer in the first matchup between these two teams this year, 3-2 in a tournament in Sioux City. That was the second game that day for Spencer, playing a back-to-back. East on the ball, playing it through for Buenrostro, taking him away from goal. He will track it down and then get around Isaac Peterson, rolls it into the box, helped on and put wide. A great chance there by Sioux City East, and the Tigers very happy to see that shot go wide off the foot of Antonio Arojo. Two golden opportunities for Sioux City East in the 6-yard box in recent minutes, and the Tigers fortunate that Sioux City East unable to score on either of those. Shot on goal, saved by Eli Hookfin. Not much to do on that save for Eli. Now Ian McRae somehow made his way through 2 white shirts and gets the ball back in the Tiger attacking half. Isaac Peterson behind Owen King. The long diagonal, Case Cothran wins the header. Case Cothran trying to keep up with the attacker, and the shot goes into the side netting. Difficult angle for that shot. Eli Hookfin never looked too concerned about the shot. And now a goal kick for the purple and gold. Eli will take this as he tells Derek Huss to head upfield. Owen Olsen shielding the ball from 2 defenders. Now Isaac Peterson to Ian McRae. Ian couldn't quite bring it in. Manny Moreno Gomez, the goal scorer for Sioux City East. Now a heavy touch off the foot of Rodrigo Ochoa. But it did take a deflection off of a Spencer Tiger player, and it will be a corner kick for Sioux City East. First corner of the match for East. The Black Raiders have 7 shots. 5 shots on target already. And now the first corner kick for the Black Raiders. David Ochoa over to take this. High lofted ball, and it will land on the top of the goal. This time Derek Huss. Now he will leave it for Eli Hookfin to take. And he will play it to Derek. Davis Hogue has come back into the match in midfield for Spencer, replacing Ian McCrae. Derek Huss towards Owen King. Now Isaac Peterson trying to track back. Ball sent in early, eludes Jacob Schrader, but arriving and scoring at the back post is Rodrigo Ochoa, as Ochoa does a nice job to keep that shot down and on target. And Sioux City East takes its first lead of the match at the 18:44 mark. Rodrigo Ochoa with the goal. And I believe the assist would go to Josue Mendoza, which would be his 7th of the season. So the Spencer Tigers go from a 1-0 advantage to now trailing 2-1 in this first half. Spencer opened the scoring in the 8th minute. Sioux City East was very quick with the answer in the 10th minute, and then 8.5 minutes later, get the second goal from Rodrigo Ochoa. Headed down by Sioux City East. Owen Olsen there for Spencer. Now Davis Hogue back to Owen Olsen. Looking for Kenny Rash. Kenny takes a hard challenge. Now Owen Olsen charging into the box. Owen has it taken off of his foot by Ruiz, and it's put out for a corner kick. Javier Ruiz has popped up right where he's been needed very often in this first half. And he was there again at just the right time to take it away from the Spencer Tiger attackers. It does result in a Spencer corner, however, and Owen Olsen will take this now with the left-footed in-swinging cross. Here's the delivery, a high lofted ball yet again right in the middle of the mix, and the Tigers score it. Spencer puts it into the back of the net. And we'll have to wait and see who claims it. Right now, it looks like Davis Hogue getting some love from his teammates, and it was Davis who was able to get up above everybody. Not surprised, he is a very tall player, and Davis was able to rise above everybody and direct that home. So now the Tigers find the quick answer, and it comes at the 2016 mark. Davis Hogue with the goal. The assist from Owen Olsen. And for Owen, that is his second assist in the match. So just like that, the Tigers have leveled things again, and we have a 2-2 game with still 19:25 left to play in the first half. Almost a ball snuck through to Kenny Rash, who was in some space on the right-hand side. Handled ball in midfield. The Tigers still had it, though, and the referee allows the play to continue. Long ball played through the middle. Buenrostro. Now Braden Hyder. Braden Hyder showing some speed. Tries to play the ball towards Kenny Rash. Blocked by Ruiz, Javier Ruiz once again. Now Owen King to Owen Olsen. Back towards Case Cawthron. Now Mendoza. Ashton Musser. Davis Hogue. Rodrigo Ochoa. Case Cothran trying to deal with Ochoa, but Ochoa still with the ball and now cutting in field. And now Derek Huss steps up to get physical with Ochoa, but he's still on the ball. Ball squared towards the middle of the pitch, knocked down by Hyder. And he will play it all the way to Kenny Rash. Kenny lays it off for Owen Olson. Well done there by Kenny. Now Isaac Peterson. A little bit too much to ask there for Ian Youngdahl as Isaac tried to pick him out with the pass. It was too close to the defender Christian Mendoza. And now Ian Youngdahl will take a break with Christian Hookfin coming into the match. He will be on the far right side of midfield. And Sioux City East also making a switch. I believe it may have been David Ochoa that came back in for Sioux City East. Isaac Peterson getting ahead to that ball, but it does stay in play. Now on the ball, Miguel Aguilar. David Ochoa. Back to Javier Ruiz. Case Cothran able to clear for Spencer. Christian Hookfin almost keeps it in. And in fact, the Tigers do keep it in, but Sioux City East on the ball. Christian Mendoza. Davis Hogue winning the ball for Spencer. Plays it down the line towards Kenny Rash. Somehow that ball's still in play. And now David Ochoa for Buenrostro. And it falls all the way to Rodrigo Ochoa, who takes the shot from distance, but it was always rising and was not much of a threat on the Tiger goal. Spencer with 2 shots on target in this first half, and they've both ended up in the back of the net. Braden Hyder, Isaac Peterson. Braden Hyder again. "15 minutes remaining first half. Here's a creative pass from Sioux City East. Opens up some space. Jacob Schroeder to Mendoza. He will open up for a shot and puts it wide. Dangerous there, allowing Josue Mendoza a chance to shape for a shot and then wind up with a lot of power on that effort. And Spencer probably fortunate that he was not able to get that on target. He's one of the technicians for the Sioux City East attack with 7 assists and 5 goals on the season. Here is Mendoza again on the ball. Now Buenrostro, but taken away by Spencer. Kenny Rash will get onto this ball. Javier Ruiz dropping off defensively. Kenny could not get around big Manny Moreno Gomez. Jacob Schroeder for East. He will wind up and shoot, and it's blocked by Ashton Musser. Ball crossed in, and arriving is Rodrigo Ochoa. Could not connect with it cleanly. Off the side of his foot. Fortunate for Spencer. Now a shot blocked from Schroeder. Still alive, and finally the clearance away from the box by the Tiger back line, but it will still be East on the ball. Rodrigo Ochoa was alone in the box as that volley dropped to him, and he took a big swing at it, but went off of the side of his foot. Javier Ruiz to Miguel Aguilar. Now Rodrigo Ochoa to Jacob Schroeder. Pretty well played first half for Sioux City East, especially on this side of the ball. Created a lot of chances. I guess really a criticism of East would be that they have not done enough with those chances with just the 2 goals. As East puts this shot wide, now 10 shots, 6 shots on target in the first half for Sioux City East, as the Tigers will make the double switch. Braden Hyder and Owen King heading to the touchline, and Gavin Gross and Ian McCrae coming into the match for Spencer. Short goal kick, East back on the ball quickly, and the shot right down the pipe is at Eli Hookfin, and he's able to make the save from the shot coming from Jacob Schroeder. So again, Sioux City East with a very good chance, and the Tigers back on the ball in midfield. Manny Moreno-Gomez plays the ball forward early, and it evades everybody. Eli Hookfin covers things up for Spencer. Eli will pick out Davis Hogue. Now Ashton Musser. Musser taken away by Schroeder. Back to help is Isaac Peterson. Isaac Peterson finally has to clear the ball out into touch as Schroeder was working very hard to win that ball back. All level 2-2 with 11:58 left to play in the first half. Rodrigo Ochoa will take this throw in for Sioux City East with some help from the wind. Poor header that time, and that will be a wasted opportunity for East as Miguel Aguilar just too much on the header. Puts it over the end line. Played to Derek Huss for Spencer, and now back to Ashton Musser. Picks out Gavin Gross, playing in the old school black boots. Now taken away by Miguel Aguilar. To Josue Mendoza. Through ball for Buenrostro to chase after. Buenrostro gets there. Christian Buenrostro. To the edge of the box. Ian McCrae helps it on for Gavin Gross. Gavin Gross tried to play it to Owen Olsen. Back to Gavin, and the Tigers back on the ball. Isaac Peterson slides it nicely through two defenders. Now Gavin Gross. Gavin didn't have a lot of help, was trying to hold the ball up. Did have it taken away, but put out for a Tiger throw-in. And Owen Olsen will actually stand over a free kick after that foul given against Sioux City East, and now Spencer in a favorable spot. Owen Olsen puts the low ball in, wraps it around a couple of defenders, and it takes a deflection, spilled by the keeper, but he's somehow back to it. Ivan Areola had that ball pop up and behind him. Christian Hookfin was lurking, and if that ball falls to Christian, he would have been able to get a shot away. Ashton Musser. Now Derek Huss. To Gavin Gross. Gavin with some space. To Owen Olsen. Back to Gavin Gross. Sioux City East with the quick one-touch pass, and now away, Buenrostro. Derek Huss able to read that well and take it off of the foot of the attacking players. Actually, Edwin Garibay on the far side. Number 9, not number 19. Left-footed shot into the box. Isaac Peterson clears it for the moment, but he's still on the attack, and Buenrostro tried to help that goalwards with a little flick, but puts it wide. Spencer substitutions. Davis Hogue and Christian Hookfin check out of the match with Braden Hyder coming back in. Also Ian Youngdahl. Sioux City East winning the header. Heading the ball down, and East back onto the attack. Josue Mendoza puts it over the bar. As Mendoza again popping up in a dangerous spot, this time on the edge of the box, but was unable to direct the shot goalward. Spencer Tiger goal kick will come from from Ashton Musser into the wind. Spencer will play with the wind at its back in the second half. And it's always a nice change of pace when you're playing at the Spencer Soccer Complex. If you play into the wind in the first half, for example, work hard. Second half, you get that little bit of a push from behind with the help of the wind. Owen Olsen heads that down to Hyder, who picks out a beautiful pass for Ian Youngdahl. Nice control by Ian, but his pass just behind Owen Olsen. No harm done as Derek Huss back on the ball. And then Derek's pass goes wayward. 7:24 left to play in the first half. Level scoreline 2-2. Spencer took the lead 1-0. Sioux City East would answer with 2 goals to take its first lead of the match. But Spencer has leveled things at 2-2. Here's Ian McRae. Ian towards Gavin Gross. Ian McRae will have a chance to get to this. Great hustle by Ian. But Rodrigo Ochoa also coming back to win the ball for East. Still Ochoa. Towards Buenrostro, and Derek Huss does well to keep it away from him and play it to Isaac Peterson. And now the Tigers away. Ian McRae closed down by Jacob Schroeder. And Javier Ruiz, playing as almost a sweeper, steps up to clear. And the obvious benefit of playing with a sweeper is you have that last extra line of defense, but at the same time, that player always being behind and being that last man in defense also allows the attacking team to make a lot of dangerous runs and continue to be onside for the most part. Which is why it's important for Javier Ruiz to get to all of the balls just like you saw there and make sure that he's the first one to them. Mendoza towards Jacob Schroeder, and this could be interesting. Jacob Schroeder will get there. Ashton Musser with him. Schroeder trying to hold up the play. Now he stops and goes, tries to pull it back for Buenrostro, and Eli Hookfin stretches out an arm and pulls it back. For a second, I thought Schroeder was trying to go at goal from that tight angle, but he was clearly trying to roll it back towards Christian Buenrostro. Braden Hyder. Braden's played well in this first half. He will find Ian McRae towards Owen Olsen. Owen with a good touch, but then knocked to the turf as he collided with the defender. Rodrigo Ochoa to Jacob Schroeder. Now Josue Mendoza, deflected ball, dangerous ball as it gets into the box and goes out for a corner kick, as I don't know if the Tigers were fully aware that that had come off of a Spencer player. So a corner kick to Sioux City East. This will be the Black Raiders' second corner of the half. With 4:30 left to play, 2-2 our score. Christian Buenrostro checks out of the match as this corner kick lands on top of the goal netting for the second time in the half.
And for the Black Raiders, Arrojo.
Antonio Arrojo was the player who came back in for Christian Buenrostro. Ian Youngdahl climbing the ladder to win that header. Case Cothran. Josue Mendoza to Jacob Schroeder. Chested down by Case Cothran. Ian Youngdahl now. Ian takes it outside. Looking for Kenny Rash, who had come to more of a wide area to try and create some freedom of movement. .310 remaining in the first half. Spencer with the ball in a forward position, but Sioux City East Back onto it. Josue Mendoza. Now a ball that drops back to Spencer. Kenny Rash, a shot from a tight angle, blocked by the keeper, falls for Olsen, and Owen cleans up and scores. Owen Olsen able to follow it up after Kenny Rash's shot pushed away by the goalkeeper, Ivan Areola, on a nice initial save. But the follow-up effort from Owen Olsen, you saw no panic from Owen that time, made sure he took his time, got it on target, and scored the goal. 37-14 into the match. Spencer has the lead once again for the first time since it was 1-0. And Owen Olsen now with a first half that includes 2 assists and a goal scored. Josue Mendoza will flip the field with a great diagonal. Not brought in, however, by the intended target, Edwin Garibay, and now Spencer is away. Owen Olsen in midfield. By the way, 3-2 was the score between the two teams in the first matchup. Sioux City East won that match 3-2. Spencer has flipped the scoreline now with still 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Antonio Orojo. Rodrigo Ochoa now. Ochoa has shown the ability to carry the ball for considerable distances, even with defenders hanging all over him. Shot from outside the box will go right of the post. And with 90 seconds left to play in the first half, Spencer will set up for a goal kick. Substitution with Owen King coming back into the match.
In for the Tigers, King.
Rodrigo Ochoa with the short goal kick. Braden Hyder. 70 seconds left in the half. And if that pass gets through, Spencer was on the move again, but Josue Mendoza working hard, as is Owen Olsen. Owen with some fancy footwork breaks loose. Plays it through for Kenny Rash. Kenny is onside in the box with the ball, and the Tigers will have a corner kick with 50 seconds left to play. Owen will need to show a little urgency here as he jogs to the corner flag with 45 seconds to go. 5th corner of the match for Spencer. Tigers have already scored on 1 set piece tonight. Header from Davis Hogue. And now Owen Olsen plays the ball into the far post. Glides past everyone and somehow did stay in play. Did not cross out. Now the assistant referee says the ball did go over the end line, and it will be a goal kick for Sioux City East. Probably the last attacking passage of the match, or of the first half.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sioux City East able to play the long ball with the win, but time will expire on the first half as the scoreboard reads all zeros on the time clock. Spencer will take a 3-2 lead into the halftime break. Not a straightforward half by any means, as Spencer opened the scoring in the 8th minute. It was Owen King getting on to the end of a through ball from Owen Olsen. Owen King would beat the goalkeeper and put the Tigers ahead 1-0. Sioux City East had the answer in less than a minute and a half. It was Manny Moreno Gomez on a long free kick that had the aid of the wind and was able to beat Tiger goalkeeper Eli Hookfin. That made things 1-1 with just 10 minutes played. Spencer would then find itself trailing in the match as Rodrigo Ochoa scored a goal on the assist from Josue Mendoza. That made it 2-1 Sioux City East. Spencer going from a position where the Tigers led 1-0 to all of a sudden finding themselves down 2-0, or 2-1 rather, in a matter of about 10-11 minutes. So it was up to the Tigers to find a response, and Spencer was able to do that about a minute later. Davis Hogue on the headed goal, the assist from Owen Olsen. And then it was Owen Olsen, 3 minutes from the halftime break, able to follow up a shot that was blocked by Kenny Rash. Owen Olsen arriving in the box, took his time, did not panic, got the shot on target and beat the goalkeeper to give Spencer the lead once again at 3-2. So at the halftime break, it is Spencer 3, Sioux City East 2, You're watching Spencer Tiger Boys Soccer on SMU Channel 3, the Spencer Channel.
Everything about it's fun. Practices, meets, all of it. I watch a lot of football, baseball. I don't like styrofoam. Burritos. Mark Brunin because he is carrying me through Spanish. My friends. Go to college, Iowa State. I'm going to major in agronomy. My phone, my Xbox, and a TV. Just have fun.
It is the time of year for our annual hydrant flushing. This is to maintain the over 600 hydrants we have throughout the community of Spencer. We are flushing each one and making sure they are well maintained and ready for use if needed. Watch our website for the area we are flushing. Remember to put in your basement sewer plugs when we are flushing hydrants in your area. You may notice low water pressure and some slight discoloration during this time. Please contact us if you have any questions.
Attention SMUnet.net email customers. As of June 1st, we will no longer be providing email service to customers. Our great internet service will continue and works with any email provider. Please contact us when your email address can be deactivated before June 1st. At that time, you can also let us know of your new email address. Please contact our customer service center at 712-580-5800 Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. or email us at support@smunet.net. We appreciate your assistance in making this a smooth transition.
Just being with my friends. Dukes of Hazzard. I really don't have any. Steak. Coach Bowie. Just a great person. I've been with him about 4 years now. So, my friends. South Dakota State University. Animal science for pre-vet. My truck. My gun. And my phone, I guess. Just show up.
go on YouTube and look for stretches that fix it, and it never helps. We are ready to go for the start of the second half momentarily. And what a first half we had here at the Spencer Soccer Complex between the Spencer Tiger boys, who lead 3-2 over the Sioux City East Black Raiders. Spencer opened the scoring with an Owen King goal, the assist from Owen Olson. Sioux City East would answer with 2 goals of its own to take the lead at 2-1. And then Spencer responded with 2 goals to take a 3-2 lead into the halftime break. Sioux City East taking its final huddle, final instructions for the players on the field, and Spencer already set to go, ready for the kickoff. Kenny Rash standing over the ball. As you can see, the field has flipped. Spencer will attack the goal to our right in this half, and that is important because the wind will be at the back of the Tigers this half, and Sioux City East will be playing into the wind. And that little difference of just everything being a little bit harder when you're playing into the wind, we'll see how that affects things here in the second half. Owen Olson chasing after this for Spencer. Now Rodrigo Ochoa unable to pass that to the intended target, Edwin Garibay, who came into the match off of the bench in the first half, but starts here in the second half. Now here's Owen King on the outside for Spencer. Owen able to wrap his foot around the cross, but I think it took a deflection, did not reach a Spencer player. Sioux City East making it to midfield, Israel Garcia. And now the throw in towards David Ochoa. Ball played towards Israel Garcia. Edwin Garibay again trying to tightrope walk that far touchline. And it is an East throw-in. The throw-in to David Ochoa. Ochoa steps back, takes a big swing at the free kick, and now Rodrigo Ochoa's shot blocked, but the follow-up effort there. And Sioux City East has leveled the score once again at 3-3, as it takes just a minute and a half for the Sioux City East Black Raiders to score a third. That was Antonio Araujo with the follow-up. Rodrigo Ochoa had the initial shot. (41-18) into the match. Antonio Araujo with the goal.
Black Raider goal in the 42nd minute by Tony Araujo.
So Araujo evens the score again at 3-3 on the Black Raiders' first shot of the second half. It was a good initial save by keeper Eli Hookfin, but he could not hold on to it, and the Tiger defenders were not in the area to clear before Antonio Araujo would arrive to put that ball into the back of the net. 3-3 our score. Spencer on the attack now. Owen Olson moves to his left foot, takes the shot, and it's saved by Ivan Areola. Spencer's 5th shot on target in the match. Antonio Araujo has it taken away by Ian Youngdahl, and the ball not completely out of play. Ian still battling, comes up with the ball somehow, now squares it to Ian McCrae. McCrae towards Owen Olson, a little bit too much on the pass. Isaac Peterson trying to play that ball from high out of the air. And the ball into touch. This has been a wide open game right from the start. I don't think either team ever felt like it had great control of the match one way or the other. It's just been a back and forth game. Both teams creating chances. Rodrigo Ochoa on the ball. Cuts across. Still Ochoa. Now he drives into the box. Foot stuck in by Case Cawthron, but Ochoa around it. Now spins and crosses. Isaac Peterson gets it away to Owen Olson. And now Kenny Rash. Kenny back to Owen on the one touch. Great layoff by Kenny, but then Owen's touch away from him just enough to allow Javier Ruiz to sneak in and get a foot on the ball. Whenever Javier Ruiz has had a ball to make a play on in the middle like that, he has almost without fail made that play. It's been when the Tigers have been able to get past him and Manny Moreno Gomez when the Tigers have found success. And again, you can see Javier Ruiz playing almost as a sweeper behind everyone in that back line for Sioux City East, which allows Manny Moreno Gomez to play close to Kenny Rash and make plays on the ball, and if he pulls himself out of position, then he has help behind. Offside flag up against Sioux City East, and it will be a free kick for Spencer. Ashton Musser to take the free kick. Plays it back to Eli Hookfin. Now Ashton again. Musser towards Ian McCrae. Kenny Rash tried to help the ball on. Ian McCrae down the touchline for Owen King. Owen could not get the cross into the box. Blocked by Sioux City East, and it will be over the end line for a corner kick. Spencer will have yet another corner, number 6 in the match. And it will be Owen Olson to walk over to deliver this free kick. Davis Hogue coming into the match, and he immediately runs into the 6-yard box. Short corner taken away by East. Isaac Peterson plays it back to Owen Olson. And now Peterson again. And Isaac Peterson whistled for the foul, not happy with that call, as the Spencer bench also objects to that foul. East squaring that ball in midfield. Now Rodrigo Ochoa through the middle, and fortunately for Spencer, too much on the through ball, which allowed Eli Hookfin to come off of his line and collect it before Israel Garcia got there. Kenny Rash had Manny Moreno Gomez climbing all over him, I thought, but no foul. Instead, the Tigers still on the ball. Owen King. Change of pace. Now plays it into the path of Kenny Rash. Kenny moves it to his right foot, shoots, and it's blocked by Rodrigo Ochoa. Case Cawthron charging up from the back. Case stays with the play, helps the flick on. Ian McCrae gets a touch. Now Rodrigo Ochoa, but only as far as Davis Hogue. Davis Hogue to Owen Olson. Owen touches it around the defender. And the defender knocks it towards the corner flag, and it's out for a throw-in. That was last off of Jack Conlon for Sioux City East, the freshman defender. Spencer playing the ball into Ian Youngdahl. Rodrigo Ochoa with a sliced clearance, and Isaac Peterson able to come up to that ball, got a touch. Now Ashton Musser's header takes the ball wide, and that will go out into touch. This game's still completely up in the air. Although the score is 3-3, I don't know how you would be able to predict the rest of this match with 32 minutes still left to play. The ball over the top. Chance to attack that in the box, but Derek Huss and Case Cawthron combined to help defend against Antonio Arrojo, the goal scorer here in the second half. Jack Conlon puts his foot through it. Ball over the top and the offside flag against Israel Garcia. Ian McCray. Tigers not connecting on the pass. Now the long diagonal. Case Cothran will leave this for Eli Hookfin. And now Case Cothran can carry it out from the back. Through ball played in, and that will evade everyone all the way into the box for Eli Hookfin to get. Missed kick ball by the East player that time, Mauricio Villegas. Rodrigo Ochoa has shown some great control of the ball in this match, and he does it yet again and then gets the pass away to Antonio Arrojo. Owen Olsen linking up with Ian McCray. Kenny Rash was trying to time his run. Now Isaac Peterson on the ball. Still Isaac Peterson after the collision with Garibay. Schroeder trying to play it towards Garibay to chase. Ten minutes gone in the second half. 3-3 our score. Spencer with the throw in. Isaac Peterson looking for Owen King. These two teams playing for the second time this season. Back on April 23rd, it was Sioux City East beating Spencer 3-2 at a tournament in Sioux City. The Tigers were playing 2 games that day. That was the second match of the day for Spencer. And so far today, we've had a goal fest. 3-3 our score. Spencer took the first lead of the match, 1-0. Sioux City East would answer with 2 goals to lead 2-1. And then Spencer responded with 2 goals of its own to take a 3-2 lead into the halftime break. But Sioux City East has broken the deadlock here in the second half with a goal just a minute and a half in from Antonio Araujo. Spencer trying to take the lead yet again as Owen King starts the attack down the left-hand side. The ball went out shy of the corner flag, so it will be a throw-in for Spencer. And it looks like Isaac Peterson wants to take this throw. Trying to find Kenny Rash, who has had not much room to operate today as far as not having a white jersey around him at all times. He has been watched very closely by the Sioux City East Black Raiders. The Tiger throw in to Owen Olsen. Javier Ruiz gets it away, but only as far as Case Cothran. And then Case a little bit, wouldn't say out of control, but just lost his balance a little bit, but gets bailed out by the foul called on the Sioux City East player. And now Derek Huss will set up for the free kick as the Tigers get players forward for this free kick opportunity. The ball was towards Ian Youngdahl and headed away by East. And it will be corner kick number 7 in the match now for the purple and gold. Owen Olsen's service in the first half was a little bit varied because of the wind. He tried a few high balls, a few low line drive balls. We'll see what Owen goes for here on the delivery from the corner. Goes for the far post on the lofted ball, headed back across, dangerous ball, still available in the box, and it's finally cleared away from the post by a Sioux City East player, and that was Davis Hogue again, creating problems in the box with his size. Won that header at the far post and then put the ball back in. That's always dangerous, the ball coming back across the goal, and there were Tigers there waiting for it. Derek Huss had a chance almost to attack the ball as it was spinning near the goalpost, but East was able to clear the ball for a second Tiger corner chance, this time a low skipping ball. Case Cothran will get there for Spencer and plays it to Derek Huss. The Tiger attack still on. But now the flag up against Owen Olson as he had not gotten back on side yet. That one's always frustrating because you're not necessarily in a position where you're expecting the ball right away, and then it's fortunate to come to you, but you're in an offside position. Davis Hogue to Kenny Rash. Now Davis on the ball again. Miss kick by Sioux City East. Can Ian Youngdahl get there? Davis Hogue to Owen Olson. Slides it to Ian McCrae. Ian will line up for a left-footed shot. Save made by Ivan Areola. Knocked it down and then was fortunate to see that ball spinning right in front of him, which allowed him to control it. Unofficially the 6th shot on goal for Spencer tonight. And the second half starting to develop a little bit of a pattern now with the Tigers able to keep more of the ball, and the ball has stayed on the Tiger attacking side of the field now for several minutes, but now the Tigers with some defensive work to do. Derek Huss getting back. Antonio Arojo will have a throw-in now for Sioux City East with 25 minutes left in the match. 3-3 our score. Another throw-in momentarily, but the substitution first. Christian Mendoza back in for Mauricio Villegas. Mendoza was a left back primarily in the first half. By the way, Sioux City East did win a corner kick here, and it will be the third of the half, or the third of the match for the Black Raiders. Ball delivered to the near post. Derek Huss heads it away. Back to David Ochoa, who delivered the corner kick. Ochoa puts it back into the box. Eli Hookfin with the safe catch. And now Hookfin with the delivery towards Kenny Rash. Christian Mendoza chases this ball down. The ball into touch, and it will be a Tiger throw. Christian Hookfin will come in for Ian Youngdahl.
In for the Tigers, Hookfin.
Throw in for Isaac Peterson makes its way to Owen Olson. Kenny Rash with a sliding challenge, took it away from Rodrigo Ochoa, but it falls right to Javier Ruiz. Now Case Cothran wins it for Spencer. Lays it down the line, and it just drifts out for a throw-in for East.
In for the Black Raiders, Mendoza.
Josue Mendoza has not seen nearly as much of the ball here in the second half as he did in the first. He's on it now. Plays it wide for Christian Mendoza. Isaac Peterson trying to play that down the line towards Gavin Gross. And now it's going to be Braden Hyder returning to the lineup, replacing Ian McCrae.
In for the Tigers, Hyder. For the Black Raiders, Wayne Rolstro.
Christian Hookfin arriving. The nice touch to Braden Hyder, and now back to Christian. Tried to return it to Braden Hyder, but Sioux City East able to intervene. And now the Black Raiders on the move. Eli Hookfin smartly off of his line as it was some proactive goalkeeping that time from Eli Hookfin to get out and play the ball. Whistle from the assistant referee, who walking up the line wants to have a word with the Tiger bench, and the yellow card's going to come out. So the yellow card for the Tiger bench. I think that was directed in the direction of head coach Jesse Keeler, but it's tough to tell from us being on the far side here. And now a restart of play after that yellow card. And I'm not sure what the bench was hot about. There was the play where Eli Hookfin came off of his line to play the ball, and I'm not quite sure what the discussion was. Either way, we are back in play with 21 minutes and 10 seconds left. 3-3, our score of what's been a highly entertaining match. Here's the ball played diagonally towards Christian Buenrostro, who's come back into the match. Rodrigo Ochoa to the far post, and a great save made by Eli Hookfin, but the follow-up there from Josue Mendoza, and Sioux City East leads it 4-3. Josue Mendoza with the initial shot blocked by Christian Hookfin, follows up with the second shot on target. 59-10 into the match. Josue Mendoza with the goal. Initially a great save, but the second shot was nothing Eli Hookfin could do about it. Ball came right back to Mendoza. He was from point-blank range, essentially, and was able to score. 7th goal of the match. Remember, Spencer took the lead in this match 1-0, and the Tigers now find themselves behind 4-3. 2 Tiger players set to re-enter the game. It will be Ian Youngdahl and Owen King to come back in for Spencer. But first, this goal kick from Sioux City East. Manny Moreno Gomez plays the goal kick. Gavin Gross chests it down. Plays it back to Ashton Musser. Musser to Hogue. Now Derek Huss. Derek. So often when you see a defender play with the ball in a forward position like that, someone's got to step back and fill in the back line just in case. The Tigers didn't need to do so there. And now a free kick for Sioux City East at midfield. Manny Moreno Gomez will place this down, has one of the 4 goals for the Black Raiders. Moreno Gomez with a ball to the edge of the 18, headed away by Derek Huss into a wide area. Now Case Cawthron to Owen Olsen. Owen towards Braden Hyder. Christian Hookfin in a dead sprint to chase after this. And he's going to win a throw-in in a advanced position purely from just hustle, getting after that ball. Sioux City East had to make a play on it, and the Black Raiders were okay with conceding the throw-in. But you have to give the hat tip there to Christian just for a hustle sprint to chase after that ball. King and Youngdahl coming back in. Gavin Gross and Hookfin will leave the match. Sioux City East bringing in Yusef Valiente into the game. Throw in is towards Ian Youngdahl. Now Case Cawthorn again. Case wanted to cross it, didn't send the ball in initially, and then Sioux City East able to hit the ball off of Cawthorn out for the goal kick. Black Raiders will place this down. Manny Moreno Gomez. Much more difficult delivering goal kicks on this end of the pitch. As you can see right here, although he does pick out Rodrigo Ochoa. Now Youngdahl and Hogue trying to win the ball. Rodrigo Ochoa tries the long diagonal, hangs in the air just a little bit. Jacob Schroeder mistimed his jump. And Owen King is fouled by Schroeder and then kicks the ball away. Spencer has not found the net here in the second half. Sioux City East has scored 2 goals in each half. Now leads 4-3. 16:15 left to play as Ivan Areola waits for a Spencer player to put him under any kind of pressure before picking this ball up. Now the service in a wide area for Jacob Schroeder. Schroeder in a foot race with Isaac Peterson. Derek Huss to Davis Hogue. Now Kenny Rash to Braden Hyder. Hyder for Kenny Rash. Will Kenny get there? No. Ivan Areola comes off of his line, gets one touch, spills the ball, but has some help from Christian Mendoza, who can only put the ball out for a Tiger throw-in. You would imagine the Tiger intensity of the attack will only continue to grow as this final 15 minutes plays out. Ian McRae coming back into the match for Spencer. The throw-in looking for Owen Olson, and that will result in a Tiger corner kick. And this could be a big help to the Spencer Tigers, a 9th corner of the match. Owen Olson standing over the ball, ready to go here. Everyone up for Spencer apart from Isaac Peterson and Case Cawthorn. Isaac Peterson standing about 20 yards back. Cawthorn at the midway line. Ball deflects back to Owen Olson, puts it in with the right foot to the far post, and just too much on that ball from Owen. I think he was trying to hang up across to that far post. Hopefully someone would be able to run in and chase after it. Instead, the goal kick for Sioux City East, and the Black Raiders now starting to take their time on these goal kicks. Happy to watch some seconds tick off of the game clock. 14:20 left to play. 4-3, Sioux City East leads it. We're here at the Spencer Soccer Complex. The Spencer Tigers 9-2 on the season, the number 8 ranked team in Class 2A. Sioux City East with just a 4-7 record, but we know the Black Raiders have been in some tough competition in the Sioux City area and elsewhere. The Black Raiders back to defend this ball, and again, happy to concede a corner kick, but that's always a dangerous game as the Tigers will step up to take corner number 10 in the match. And this time, Owen Olson will leave the corner kick duties to Braden Hyder. Braden will give the Tigers a different look here with the right-footed delivery. And once again, everyone forward apart from Peterson and Cawthorn. Hyder's ball looping towards the back post. Tigers attack it well, and Kenny Rash gets there. Might have been partially put off by the big bodies Javier Ruiz and Manny Moreno Gomez. But I believe Kenny was the player who won that header, put it wide of the post. Now Manny Moreno Gomez absolutely blasting this ball to midfield. Into the wind, no problem. Owen Olson to Braden Hyder. Now Ian McRae. Ball into space for Owen King to chase. And Owen's pace made things interesting, but no, he did win the corner kick. So again, the Tiger hustle play pays off. You can see Javier Ruiz is not happy with that decision. Tough to tell from how far away we are whether or not it was the correct call, but it was certainly close because of that run made by Owen King. He didn't give up on the ball, and the Tigers will earn an 11th corner kick in the end, and it will be Braden Hyder to take it again. And if the Tigers score off of this, you might see Ruiz with some more complaints, but the ball initially cleared. Isaac Peterson tried to send it back in, but now Josue Mendoza on the ball, and he has two players in front. If he can find them, this could be a problem. Played ahead to Yusef Valiente. And Isaac Peterson does a great job of holding him up initially and then knocking the ball away from him out into touch. There was a moment there where it was a 2-on-1 up ahead of Josue Mendoza, who was on the ball. Two Sioux City East players in front of him and just the one defender back for the Tigers. So Spencer probably happy with the result of just allowing the attack to fizzle out, even though it does result in an East throw-in. Now what can the Tigers do with some open field? Owen Olsen skipping past defenders and will play this to Kenny Rash. 2-on-2 break for the Tigers if Kenny can get there quickly. Javier Ruiz racing back for East. And taking it off of the foot of Kenny Rash was Manny Moreno Gomez, who, again, when Ruiz and Gomez have been able to make plays on the ball in field, they have been impressive. It's when the Tigers have gotten around those two big central defenders, that's when the problems have been created. Here's a chance to attack at the other end. Buenrostro. Case Cothran trying to dig the ball away from him, unable to do so. Finally gets some help from Derek Huss. And it goes out for a throw-in. 10:30 left to play. A substitution now for East. Coming back in is Israel Garcia. And Ian McRae coming over from some instructions from Jesse Keeler, head coach of the Spencer Tigers. Yusef Valiente, the player, being replaced by Israel Garcia. Ball all the way into the box, over the head of Isaac Peterson. And the Tigers will have a free kick, it looks like. A little bit of a push there from Sioux City East. The intensity only going to continue to ratchet up in this one as we are now under 10 minutes left to play. East leading 4-3. Ian McRae on the ball. Just got those instructions from the Tiger bench. Plays a great through ball for Owen Olsen. He will shoot and puts it just across as that fizzes across the face of goal. Owen Olsen was in a tight shooting angle, but made things very interesting with that shot. Probably wasn't as close as it looked from our vantage point, but it was certainly one that gave some concern to that back line of Sioux City East. 9:10 left to play. Goal kick from the Black Raiders. Ball hangs in the air. Bounces past Buenrostro. A lot of physical play just like this here tonight. And now Ashton Musser clears the ball as he's colliding shoulder to shoulder with Israel Garcia. Throw in on a line into the box. Spencer gets it away momentarily. And then the wayward shot from distance from David Ochoa. Eli Hookfin plays this towards Owen King. Right now with the Black Raiders keeping such a tight watch on Kenny Rash and also Owen Olsen, I wonder if Owen King can give the Tigers that third attacking edge player, maybe Ian McRae. Here's Braden Hyder with the big wind-up and shot blocked by Ochoa. Ian McRae now for Spencer. Plays it back across towards Kenny Rash. Owen King was left alone for a moment, but the defenders were all focused on Kenny Rash. Case Cawthron towards Owen Olson. Now Owen King, and the clearance by Christian Mendoza of Sioux City East. Time starting to wind down on this match with 7:20 left to play, although there's been plenty of scoring in quick succession in this match, so I'm not sure that you could say the time is too much of a factor right now, although the ball played over the top here will be offside against Sioux City East. You had a few times in this match where there was goals scored 2 in about a minute and a half. Both of those instances were in the first half. Ian Youngdahl chasing after this for Spencer. Will win the throw-in. Youngdahl looking for Kenny Rash. Braden Hyder plays it back to Case Cawthron. Case Cawthron looking for Kenny Rash. Now Derek Huss to Owen Olson. Owen, left-footed shot, puts it over the crossbar as he was moving away from the goal to create some space for that shot. Six minutes left to play. Sioux City East preparing for yet another goal kick. Bit of a miss kick there. Tigers were unable to punish Sioux City East for it, and now a free kick as a foul is issued against Case Cawthron. Rodrigo Ochoa will leave this for Josue Mendoza. Actually, it's going to be Javier Ruiz to take this free kick. .505 left to play. David Ochoa on the ball. Jack Conlon. Okay, putting that out for a throw, and Josue Mendoza gets into his ear a little bit and says, hey, I was ready for the pass. Ball cleared over the end line, and that will be a corner kick for the Spencer Tigers. Owen Olson's going to take this corner, and this is corner number 12. Spencer has scored off of one corner tonight. Can they do it again on the 12th? Ball sent to the far post. Davis Hogue was there, but puts it wide as the goalkeeper dove just to make sure to cover up that post. And with 4:11 left to play, Sioux City East will have the goal kick with the Black Raiders leading 4-3 on the road at the Spencer Soccer Complex against the number 8 ranked Spencer Tigers. The goal kick a mile high into the air. There's no way that's going to stay in play as it bounces out into touch. Isaac Peterson wants to get it back in quickly. And headed away again by Sioux City East. Peterson into Hogue, back to Peterson. Now Derek Huss coming up from the back to try and win the ball high up the field. Davis Hogue. And Davis will have the throw. No, it's going to be an East throw-in. Ball was off of Spencer Tiger last. Derek Huss will get there for Spencer. And again, Sioux City East will have the throw-in, and the Black Raiders happy to take their time. Josue Mendoza on this throw. You can tell he is a wily veteran, Although he's just a junior, he has been kind of directing traffic, and you see him over there now with some instructions for his teammates for this final 3-minute stretch. He's trying to make sure his team does all the right things. And just as I say that, he will give away the free kick to Spencer through the handball. And now Mendoza with some time wasting, trying to make sure the Tigers take this free kick from the spot he wants them to. 2:15 left to play. The Tigers put the ball into the box. Flicked on. Will Owen Olsen get there? Goalkeeper spills it, and he's able to cover things up. The Tigers almost get a fortunate bounce as Owen Olsen was free in the box closest to that ball. Ivan Areola able to get there just in time. And now we'll clear towards midfield. Josue Mendoza puts it towards the corner flag. Eli Hookfin out of his box, gets there, but needs to be careful here. Still Eli Hookfin. Trying to play it towards a teammate, now needs to get back quickly. Fortunately for Spencer, Davis Hogue able to win the ball. Still Davis Hogue, 90 seconds left to play. Kenny Rash and the flag up against the Spencer Tiger attack as the referee, Craig Cantrell, makes the call. He was right in line with the Spencer attacking line. And the Tigers squander an opportunity with 70 seconds left to play. Sioux City East on the ball, playing the long free kick over the top. Isaac Peterson trying to keep it in play and also shield the ball. Still Sioux City East on it. Now Derek Huss defending in the back line. And there's going to be a foul given. And the referee asking for the stoppage in time with 36 seconds left to play. And he's reaching for the pocket once again, and it will be a second yellow card. This time Derek Huss is going to be the recipient of the yellow. So Derek's time is done tonight, at least here in regulation. Ashton Musser coming back in. .36 seconds left to play. Clock still stopped. Sioux City East will take this free kick momentarily. Now the referee restarting things. Sioux City East ready to take this free kick. Free kick delivered into the box to the near post. Tigers get it away initially. The second clearance takes it at least outside of the box. And Sioux City East watches it go out of play, and it will be an East throw-in with 22 seconds left to play. Into Rodrigo Ochoa, who takes it to the corner flag. This is a very smart move here with just seconds remaining. And now the Tigers will have a throw with 13 seconds left to play. Spencer needs to hurry as much as possible, but the Tigers not going to get the throw in to a teammate. Josue Mendoza will keep watch of it. And the Tigers move the ball to midfield, but will not make it any farther than that as time expires on the game clock, and Sioux City East is able to hold off the Spencer Tigers for a 4-3 victory in what was ultimately a wild matchup between the Tigers and the Black Raiders. Spencer opened the scoring in the 8th minute. Owen King on the assist from Owen Olsen. Sioux City East would answer in the 10th minute. Manny Moreno Gomez with the goal on a free kick. And then it was Sioux City East again. Just 9 minutes later, Rodrigo Ochoa, this time the assist from Josue Mendoza, made it 2-1 Sioux City East. Then it was Spencer's turn for an instant response. The Tigers come back and score in the 21st minute. Davis Hogue on the header in the box, the assist from Owen Olsen. And then it was Owen Olsen 3 minutes from the halftime break, scoring the Tigers' third goal and taking Spencer into the half with a 3-2 advantage. The second half, it was all Sioux City East in terms of goals scored. In the just 42nd minute, it was a minute 18 into the match. Antonio Araujo was able to score on a Shot that was initially saved by Eli Hookfin, and then the rebound went to Arrojo, able to score the goal and give Sioux City East a level playing field once again at 3-3. And then it was Josue Mendoza in the 60th minute who scored the fourth for Sioux City East to give the Black Raiders the lead once again, and they would hold off the Spencer Tigers down the stretch for the final 20 minutes of game time. Unofficial statistics for this match: Spencer with 12 corner kicks, 10 shots, 6 shots on target. Sioux City East with 3 corner kicks earned, 16 shots, and 10 shots on target. With the loss, the Spencer Tigers falling to 9-3 on the season. Sioux City East will improve to 5-7, as the Black Raiders have now beaten the Spencer Tigers twice this season. 5 goals scored combined in the first match between the two teams. Sioux City East winning that one 3-2. And here tonight, Sioux City East with the victory 4-3 at the Spencer Soccer Complex. For Andrew Miller, our camera operator here this evening, I'm Mark Magnuson. You've been watching Spencer Tiger Boys Soccer on SMU Channel 3, the Spencer Channel.